Hello there. So in this tutorial I'll be showing you a simple to-do application using Xamarin.forms, which is a development platform, a cross development platform I would say, designed by Microsoft. So let's see what this can do. I'll add my name, maybe what else, report or something. So you also have the option of selecting one and deleting it. As you can see, it's a very simple design, and I actually captured this video after I completed this tutorial. So this will be the exact output that you will be getting. And if you have any doubts about Xamarin, please feel free to check my article given in the description below. It covers the basics of Xamarin and everything that you need to know about Xamarin. Let's get moving. So as you can see, I have Visual Studio 2019 open, and you can see Xamarin on this side, but still I'll search for it to show you what's possible. So you have iOS class libraries, you have iOS apps, tvOS apps, and you have a lot that you can create using app and Xamarin. So I'll choose mobile app and I'll name it as Note app, and I'll create it. So there are different templates that you can choose from, which is provided by Microsoft, but I would like to choose master detail for this. I'll tell you why in a few seconds. So now we have our solution created. I know it's a big list, so I'll just collapse everything so that you do not get terrified by the look of it. Now you have 3 different solution files in Xamarin, and some might also have UWP, which is Universal Windows Development, UWP, Universal Windows Platform. Sorry about that. And in this iOS, you actually code whatever is specific to iOS platform, and on this, anything that is specific to Android. And here's where you will be doing most of the coding. So if you only have any specific features or specific changes that you have to make to any of these, you mess around with this. Other than that, you can just keep yourself into this. So you have some default classes that have been already created for you. I will delete them. These are templates that are offered by the master detail page. Actually, services, I do not need this at all, because services is something to do with your database and mess around with your database, so I'll just delete that off. And even this, you have some, I'll delete that. And finally we have views. Okay, that's it, we are done. So if you have a look at this, you have 3 different folders. So this is what MVVM stands for: models, view models. I messed it up. Models, views, and view models. So views is like a dumb part of your application, I would say, which does not have any logical thinking. It just shows the user interface or the appearance of how your application looks like. And then you have view models. So before talking about view models, I'll talk about models. Models is where you store all your data structures, your database, and anything related, any classes related to it. So view models is like the intermediate who actually exchanges and communicates with 2 of these and combines the whole application into one. So let's move on to app.xaml. So in this you have the configurations or the details of this application and how it works, and in this you will have another class. So this you might have to change, which this shows the main page that you have to open up when you create a project, when you run this project actually. So I don't have this anymore. I'll delete that. Oh, sorry. Delete all the services. Yes, and perfect. Now I'll change this to note maybe, which will be the name of the view that I am going to create right now. So on launch it will open that. New item should be Xamarin form and content page. Add. Yeah, perfect. Now you have a XAML file which has a basic template. I'll just delete this off for now so that you don't get confused with it. Yeah. Now you can notice there's something called content page. So content page is actually the base class of any Xamarin UI that you develop. So inside this content page you can have multiple elements, but to have multiple elements you have to have a specific layout. I'll use stack layout, which is a very simple layout to work around. If you have development experience in Java, stack layout is similar to linear layout, which either horizontally or vertically you can place the elements of on your screen. And before moving on to any more coding, I'd like to show you this class. So this class is where all your all your UI logical part goes into place. So just to be more specific, let's say someone clicks a button. So what should the UI do? How should the UI respond to that? So that goes in here. And one thing it's important to remember is that you do not disable or enable any UI element through this. It's best practice to always do it in the view model. Now let's get back to this and let's start coding. So in the application that I created, you might have noticed I had a text field. So text field in Xamarin is called entry. Let's have a placeholder for that. Let's call it item maybe. And yeah, that's pretty much it for that. Yes, and you have two buttons. Close this. Okay, yeah. Text equals add note. Let's set a width request, which should be 100, should be perfect, I believe. Height request 50, and horizontal options center, vertical options center. So this places your button right in the center of your screen, and select that line and add a background color, deep sky blue maybe. What else am I missing? I think that's pretty much it. So Ctrl C, I paste it. This will be oops, okay. Delete note and change the color of text. So now you have a layout. Add and delete. Now you need to view it. So to view it, you need a list view. List view. So to identify a specific element in Xamarin, you have something called x, colon, and name. So you can give it any name. I'll give it node item maybe. So node list maybe. So this is the unique identifier for this list view element. And if you see, you have something called x colon. So if you have a look at here, there's another class. So this is the namespace which it refers to, and this namespace is defined by Microsoft in 2009. Let's not get into much detail into that. So now we have a pretty good enough UI to work with. Now let's create a view model to help us with the logic of part of this. So that should be of type C# class. I'll call it node view model. That's perfect. So for this, actually you need what do you call the observable collection to handle the requests or the changes that are happening in the list view. You can argue why can't you have an array, a string array or a list. The problem with string array or an array is that changes that happen here might not be reflected on the view. So it is better to always have observable collection of yes, there you go, and it should be of type string, and let's name it as node since we are getting nodes. Get and set, yeah, and we will also initialize it. Oops, what happened there? Observable collection type string. It. We are getting an error here. That should be because oops, I missed something very badly. So when you create this class, you have to always create a constructor. Oh my god, this should go inside this constructor actually. I have been typing inside the class already this time. Oh. Okay, yeah, that should be perfect. Now you have an observable class which your list view can communicate with. But to communicate, you have to build a relationship between this and this. So to connect or to build a relationship between the two, you have something called binding context. So binding is actually, the name suggests it all that you bind to two things. So to do that, you can actually do it in this part. Where you can bind just one element, or you can bind the whole page. So when binding, I usually prefer to bind the whole page over here in the code behind. So it goes in as binding context equals new and the name of your view model, which would be node view model. Yeah, that's perfect. Now you have created the connection. Now what you have to do is you have to create a connection between this list view and the observable collection on your view model. To do that, you have to specify the item source, and you are binding it with what? The node property on your view model. It's this one. I think that's pretty much clear. So now you have bound that. Now what you have to do is you have to be able to add an element or add a node, I would say. So to add a node, what you should do is you again have to give a command. So now binding just makes the changes, whatever happens there happens on the view as well. But in command, what you do is you actually command something for the view model to do. So what is view model going to command? It's going to bind add node item. So add node item will be a property that I'll be creating over here. Actually, yeah, public string I command you to add item, I believe that's the name that I gave. Where is it? Oh, yeah, add note item actually. Add note item, and you have create a new command, and when this new command happens, you have to add a note. So add note, this is a function that I have not implemented yet, so I will be implementing it down here. So void add note, and so what happens is note and you add. So what you have here, that's another problem that you have again. So for that you have to create another item which would be of type string, and let's call it note item. Get set. So where do you get this note item from? It is the text that the user enters. So let's pass it over here for the time being. Right. Yeah. We have passed that, but we have not created a connection between the view model and the view. To do that, you have to go to this. So here you have, what are you binding it? A text. So the text should be binding, and what should it be? Note item. So you're binding it to the note item, and yeah, that's pretty much it. You are done with the adding function of this basic application. Now you have to delete a specific thing. So delete again, you command binding delete note item, let's say, and on the view model you go, you can just simply copy paste this, delete note item, let's change this to delete note. So now you have to implement that function as well. Public void delete note, and what has to happen? Note has to be removed. Now there again arises another question. Now how do you know which node the user has selected, and how do you know which exactly to delete? So for that you need another public string type which will be the selected node. Implement get and set for that. So this selected node, how do you know which node has been selected? Oops, yeah, pass this here now. Yes. Now how do you identify which node has been selected? For that, actually your list view gives a very simple way of identifying which node. You just selected item, and the selected item would be binding selected node. So this selected node will be bound to this, and what happens is when you have selected a node and you press on delete, should delete over here. I hope it's the same on the other side. Yeah. So Yeah, that's perfect. So what happens is when you pass a command from that to delete, this function gets executed and this function will execute. And how does it know which item the user has selected? So this which has been bound to the selected item property on the view. So that's pretty much it. It's a simple, very simple basic application. It's always best to learn a new language by doing a to-do list, because I think it covers most of the fundamentals that you want to know. Except for the fact in this I did not cover the model part, but some people also argue that these properties can go into models. Yeah, but you can do that, but actually we are not handling around with a database. It's just simple implementation. So rather than making it complex and rather than just making data redundant, I prefer using it here in such applications. That's pretty much it. So if you have any questions, please comment and please ask me. Feel free to ask me. Thank you.